Hi kids! Welcome to our fraction comparison challenge. Today we're learning a special rule for comparing fractions that have the same top number. When two fractions have the same numerator but different denominators, we can use a simple rule to figure out which one is greater. Let's learn how to compare fractions with the same top number. Compare the fractions 1/2 and 1/5. Both have the same numerator 1. Click on the symbol that correctly compares these fractions. Great job! 1/2 is greater than 1/5. Both fractions have the same numerator 1, but 1/2 has a smaller denominator. When fractions have the same numerator, the one with the smaller denominator is greater. Compare the fractions 3/4 and 3/8. Both have the same numerator 3. Click on the symbol that correctly compares these fractions. Perfect! 3/4 is greater than 3/8. Both fractions have the same numerator 3, but 3/4 has a smaller denominator. When fractions have the same numerator, the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. Great job, fraction experts! We've learned an important rule for comparing fractions with the same numerator. When fractions have the same numerator, we look at the denominators. The fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. This is because smaller denominators create larger parts, so the same number of parts gives us more. Now let's move to harder challenges where we'll need to explain our reasoning and work with more fractions. Look at the fractions 2/3 and 2/8. Both have the same numerator 2. Explain why 2/3 is greater than 2/8. Choose the best explanation. Excellent! When a whole is divided into fewer parts, like thirds, each part is larger than when divided into more parts, like eighths. Since both fractions have two parts, but 2/3 has larger parts, 2/3 is greater than 2/8. Choose the correct order of these fractions from least to greatest. 3/10, 3/5, 3/4. All have the same numerator 3. Perfect! Since all these fractions have the same numerator 3, you compared the denominators. The smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction. Today in our fraction comparison challenge, we learned the rule for comparing fractions with the same numerator. When fractions have the same numerator, we compare the denominators. The fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. The fraction with the larger denominator is less. We can explain our comparisons by understanding that when a whole is divided into fewer parts, each part is larger. Great job mastering fraction comparisons! You're all fraction experts now.